What's up, Buttercups? Today's second original book tag in the metal rock book tag sphere is metal on rock songs. Am I totally original? Not so much, but I do want to have this vibe that the rock songs in this particular tag will be front and center, but we're gonna have some metal songs as well. Now, I was listening to Sick Boys by Social Distortion, and it was on replay. It was like the 6th time because I just love me some Social Distortion. And then I was like, wait, this is a great question that I can create a whole other rock metal tag with. So it's actually the first question in this tag video. And then I was like, wait, I know that Adam Rodriguez, I'm sure he's gonna watch, also because I tagged him, so he's gonna watch anyway. Shout out to Adam. He really enjoyed the first tag. He and I met because he was searching for book tags with metal or rock themed questions. Adam and I were on the same page, so we're going to jump right in. First question, Sick Boys by Social Distortion. A book you've read about a sick boy or girl, and that can be mental, emotional, or physical. And so the book I chose is going to be Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. Alex Stern is not well as an understatement, emotionally and mentally, though she handles it okay, but there is some drug use involved, and it's kind of like up in the air. Is it for fun, or are you trying to push down your feelings, Alex? That can be a conversation, but she is not very well. She grew up in a very difficult childhood, very traumatic childhood, and she can also see ghosts, and that's not fun. Number 2, It's Been the Worst Day Since Yesterday by Flogging Molly. The most depressing book you've ever read so far, because there are a lot of depressing books out there. And I'm gonna go with Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. I read that book and I'm like, wait, I don't want to finish it because I'm depressed right now. That book is so dark and depressing, and I've read other dark books, but like at least it's slightly amusing or interesting or fascinating, or at least I like one or two of the characters or something. I don't care. I did not care. So I stopped like halfway, and I don't think I'm gonna finish it. It's just too sad, and I think personally for no reason whatsoever. Number 3, In the Orchard by Tiger Army. A book you've read with a main plot or subplot regarding farming or flowers. And I chose The Wandering Goose by Heather Earnhardt. Now, I read this when I was at Heather's cute little hotel in the middle of nowhere for my birthday that we went and traveled to, my fiance and I, set in a garden, and I thought it was really cute. Number 4, Nighttime Sky by Nick 13. Your favorite book, or least favorite book, about growing up in a city. And I'm going to choose Where the Sidewalk Ends by Shel Silverstein. I'm not great about the pronunciation of the Stein or Steens. I need to do better on that. But he got me into poetry as a kid, and I know that it's not a book, but it's a poetry book. And there are some poems about city, and like the main poem, Where the Sidewalk Ends, is about, you know, where the sidewalk ends on Earth, but it's set in the city, so I'm gonna go with it. Because I literally can't find or think of a book set in the city, which is very weird, but that's what I got for you all. I'm doing my best. Again, made these questions somewhat difficult, and I need to work on that, but made me think, and I hope it makes you think too. Number 5, Girlfriend in a Coma by The Smiths. A book you've read about the main character or side character in a coma or that has amnesia. And I literally, I made a boo-boo because the only one I could figure out is City of Ashes by Cassandra Clare, and I read that in high school, and I barely remember what that was, and I'm just gonna go with it, because there's not another book. Oh, why did I do this to myself? I don't really even like that book series anymore. It's The Mortal Instruments. I'm sure you've heard of it. It's a young adult urban fantasy, and it was first a movie, which I actually liked, but people didn't, so it was just one movie, and then it turned into a TV show on, like, Freeform, ABC Family, whatever it was, and it did pretty well. I think it was 4 or 5 seasons. I didn't watch it because it just didn't work for me. And then there's just, like, some weird stuff, like really weird stuff, that came out about the Mortal Instruments and it being like Harry Potter fan fiction or whatever. But then there's also the whole thing with incest, and as a 15-year-old, you don't necessarily know like the weirdness of books. But then, you know, when you grow up, you're like, wait, why are Jace and Clary like still flirting or whatever when they think that they're like siblings? But and then it turns out that they're not. But really, Cassandra, this is a young adult book. Get it together, please. I'd rather it just like stay right for Harry Potter fanfic versus what you did, but I digress. I don't own those books anymore. Number 6, Walk by Pantera. A book with a very angry main character that also made you angry. And I'm going to go with Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger. I'm bad at names and words. I apologize, J.D. I'm just going to call you J.D. That main character pissed me off. I gave it like 2 stars. 3. No, it was 2 stars. 2.5. But I didn't up it to 3 because he's so whiny and so angry. And I think, as I was actually talking to a friend about it, and she read it in high school, and she liked it because you can relate a lot more because you're an angry, angsty teenager for the most part. A lot of teens do and a lot don't, but I can see that argument. Absolutely. I read it when I was like 27 and I was like, this dude needs to shut up. I'm just saying. Oh, it hurt me so much. Never mind. Thank you. I finished the book, but it was not to my liking. It could have worked when I was younger, but I was not assigned that book in high school, and she was, so I lucked out, I guess. I don't know. Number 7, Du Hast by, wait, I'm going to try and get it, Ramstein. I'm German too. I should maybe like know a little bit, but I don't. I barely know English. Hello. What do you all expect from me? Okay, a book you've loved or hated that has a wedding scene. And I chose Crazy Rich Asians by Kevin Kwan. That book series is fantastic. And the movie, oh my god, I loved it. It's so cute. It's really cute. I suggest reading the series and watching the movie as well. And I'm waiting for movies 2 and 3. I don't know where they are, but I need them in my life. Number 8, Johnny, I Hardly Knew Ya by Dropkick Murphys, a book that is known to have an anti-war stance. I'm going to go with The Things They Carried by Tim O'Brien. This is one of the few books that was assigned to us in high school that, other than William Shakespeare, that I actually enjoyed. And it's very compelling. It's dark. It's violent. It's about the Vietnam War. Don't know what you expect, but I guess going in, expect horrible situations and scenes that Tim O'Brien recounts, because it's I don't know, is it technically nonfiction or is it fiction? It's like a blend of the two, and there's a good scene, at least in the edition that I have, where at the end he goes back to Vietnam and he walks around the areas that he was at, or at least can remember where he's at, and it's very healing but also very sad, and I think very poignant. And that was probably one of the first books that was anti-war that I read in high school or middle school, just like any school, until college. But I really enjoyed it. It was fascinating, and he's a great writer. Number 9, American Music by Violent Femmes. Your favorite American classic book. And I'm gonna go with Animal Farm by George Orwell. This is another book, it's 4 out of 5 stars, that I enjoyed in high school when it was assigned to us. I like it also because it's not as big as the other books that we were assigned. It gets straight to the point, and it's very, very important, talking about communism and socialism. I'm not great with quotes or memorizing them, but the quote, "All pigs are created equal, but some pigs are more equal than others." Yeah, that stuck with me. I think I got that right too. That's amazing if I did the quote right. I went out and bought Animal Farm, my own copy, after finishing that whole, I don't think it was a semester, that whole section of Animal Farm, because it was so great, and I probably need to reread it. And I don't even reread books because there's so many out there that I want to read, but Animal Farm is that damn good. It's fantastic. Now, number 10, it's easy. Tag anyone and everyone that loves rock, metal, and books. And I'm going to tag the usual, because I talked about him in the first section of this video. Adam Rodriguez. Number 1, you better do it. I know you're gonna do it, because I love you for it. And then we're going to tag Jonathan from Live Free, Live Rich, because he was tagged in the first video. I'm going to tag him again. And then I think that's about it, because I know for sure, like, hard fact, that they love rock and metal, and then I tagged other people that didn't really like those genres, so that was a little awkward. Oopsie. And I know that those two will tag a bunch of people, and it's just gonna be just as popular as the first tag. And if you are interested in doing the first tag and then this tag, I'll definitely for sure link that at the end of this video so you can check that out. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great reading day. Listen to some metal, listen to some rock. Thank you again. Bye.